I am determined that today's hearing will be a truly historic one. I am determined that this hearing will be the last time that Director DeMarco, or if you believe press reports, his successor, will testify before this committee before we finally and belatedly mark up a true GSE reform legislation.
The problem I have with the hybrid model we've had at Freddie and Fannie is you have taxpayer being put at risk with the private sector making all the profits. And you can see where Freddie and Fannie went wrong when they started chasing market share to piece their stockholders, basically, and they made every mistake they could make at that point.
Over 90% of mortgage securitization is being backed by the taxpayer, either through Ginnie Mae or through the Treasury support of Fannie and Freddie. If you subsidize this credit to everyone buying a house, you're essentially subsidizing no one. It's causing, you know, just in sort of simple supply and demand terms, it's simply causing the price of the good to go up.
Millions of Americans have been victims by these policies. They've lost collectively billions of dollars worth of assets. The people who have suffered more than any are those at the bottom end of the economic scale, particularly the African American community. They've suffered from these policies.
Secretaries Geithner and Donovan promised plans. They promised long-term plans, and we have been given only options. We had a failure of the financial markets. We got a white paper. We had a failure of the housing finance system. We got a white paper. A white paper with a choose-your-own-adventure response is not what Congress needs, and it is not what our markets need. We need to restore the appropriate role of the private sector in housing finance. We need serious leadership to move us away from a system overly reliant on taxpayers towards a free-functioning market which accurately prices risk.
The GSE model has got to go. But in order for that to happen, Congress and the FHFA must work to establish market guidelines that provide transparency and legal certainty for private investors. This will encourage private capital to finance mortgages, just as it finances virtually every other credit market in the United States.
As chairman, I intend to highlight the many challenges being faced by our community financial institutions and the communities that they serve across the country. This should not be a partisan issue, and it is my goal to work with the ranking member to identify areas of agreement for fostering a regulatory environment for community financial institutions that promote economic growth and access to a wide range of consumer credit products.
Now, while their share of total deposits has declined over time, community banks still hold a majority of bank deposits in rural and other non-metropolitan counties. Without community banks, many rural areas, small towns, and urban neighborhoods would have little or no physical access to mainstream banking services.
We all agree that we need oversight and regulation of financial institutions, but the point is to be smart about it and not to stifle economic growth. And this is, of course, why we're here today.